the hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. Hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
So, we will continue on. Thank you guys for watching so far. I don't know how much longer we have. This is world 9 of 11, and this is a short one, so I guess we'll find out. All right? All right, guys, thank you, and see you in the next part. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to continue on, guys. I'm going to stretch my legs before we do. A couple quick things. Number one, thanks to those who are here and chilling and enjoying. To those who supported the stream so far, thank you. If you'd like to support the stream further, if we can at least hit the tier 1 tips goal, that would be great. But remember, we have something going today. If we hit the tier 2 tips goal, we will have the Sonic hat worn for essentially the final time in a very long time, because I don't know when another Sonic game will be coming out at this point. So consider tipping to make the Sonic hat happen by the end of the stream today, and get that going. Outside of that, Derek, I see what you're saying. Yes, I see what you're saying about Floe. Derek, I'm doing a video game playthrough. All right? Why would I stop playing Sonic in the middle of the playthrough to comment on that? Right? Honestly, I understand. So someone in the FGC from back in the day has passed away at the age of 39. It's sad. Sad to hear. But I'm not going to stop and interrupt the entire playthrough to talk about that. You know? That's something that, like, in between parts or during a podcast or, you know, I'm not going to derail the gameplay stream to talk about that. All right? So, and the thing is, again, I'm not part of the FGC. I don't, you know, talk about these people. You know, quite frankly, I never was friendly with Floe. I never knew him personally that well. A lot of the interactions I had with him, honestly, were negative. So, rather than talk about that, I said, I'll just ignore it. Okay? But, you know, it's sad he passed away at the age of 39. That's very early to be passing away that early, and I'm sad to hear that. I am. That's what I'll say about it. You know, I'm sorry for the loss of life there of someone who had a lot of their life left ahead of them. You know, that sucks. And that's all I'll say. Okay? Okay. Now I'm going to stand up. I want to see if my window's open, because it's hot as shit in here. And I think it is open. I just think it's hot outside. Yeah, it is. Ugh. Hot as fuck. Look. Oh, my God. So hot. Of course. Of course, it has to be full sun. 85 to 90 degrees in here. All right. Okay. And now trying to ban all of these idiots. Ban all these idiots in the chat, right? Get rid of all these morons. Good. I just banned like 5 sock accounts all at once. But no, you guys got to understand something. If someone brings something up in the chat 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and you notice I'm not addressing it, yes, there is a slim chance that perhaps I've missed it every time. All right? But if people are talking about it for 15, 20 minutes and I'm still not addressing it, there's probably a good reason why. People who are watching the Sonic Superstars playthrough on YouTube don't need to hear me start talking about someone in the FGC who passed away, who I haven't seen in 100 years, who I never had friendship with. Like, why, you know, what does that have to do with anything? Like I said, maybe on a glancing, if we're doing Q&A or between the streams, we're talking then. All right? So what I would say is, and this is not just for Derek, this is for anyone, because people do tend to do that. They want to get my attention and they just spam the chat nonstop. It's not going to, if I'm ignoring it, it's for a good reason. Right? There's probably a really good reason. Okay? So you don't have to keep spamming. Okay. It's like the other day, we were watching the Percy Jackson trailer. Okay? And someone kept spamming the chat. Oh, did he see Edge? Did he see Edge was in it? Edge is in it. Did he see Edge? And this wasn't Derek, by the way. This was someone else. They were like, Edge is in it. The wrestler Edge. Edge. Phil didn't mention Edge. Edge is playing Ares. Edge. Edge. It's like, dude, we get the fucking hint. It's, yeah, Edge. Who cares? Right? They're like, There's a difference between, you know, maybe trying to give someone the heads up on something, and someone who just you don't get the hint, and it becomes borderline annoying and obnoxious. And you got to understand that you got to read the room sometimes and know how to read the room in those situations. You know, I don't really care about pro wrestling. I don't talk about pro wrestling. I haven't seen pro wrestling in years. I don't care if Edge is in Percy Jackson. You know, it's not an observation I would even care to make. You know. So, anyway, that's why I didn't want to bring it up when I was playing the game. It didn't make sense to bring this up, you know. It sucks that someone in FGC has passed away, you know, early. He's not the first, too. Like, in the last few years, there's all these people I found out. Flash G from New York City, who I used to know, and I was friendly with. We were actually up and coming in the Super Turbo community around the same time. And he passed away recently, and that sucks, you know. Someone who I was very friendly with. I ran tournaments with the guy. Nahoho, who I used to be on streams and in videos with. He used to be part of the old Don't Blow This crew, who we used to play Super Turbo with all the time. He passed away. It sucks. When you get older, this is what happens, sadly. People, you know, pass away way too early, and the rest of us are left behind, right? And it's like, wow, it sucks. It sucks to know that someone was there and someone was a positive part of your life or your experience, a part of history, gameplay history, gaming history, right? You know what I mean? It sucks, but that's life, and you know, you just deal with it. But I didn't feel it was appropriate to bring it up in the middle of a Sonic game. So Ryko, you're not understanding what I'm saying. They said, tell the person you're not going to address it. How are they supposed to differentiate? Well, you would figure after the first 20 times you get the point, is by what I'm saying. Like, there's a difference between, okay, maybe he just didn't see it, and I'm going to purposefully keep pushing this into the chat until they address it. That's the difference. And, again, this is not me singling out and attacking Derich. A lot of people do that. They want me they absolutely want me to address something no matter what, so they say it over and over and over and over and over and over in the chat. And sometimes you got to understand there may be a reason why I'm not addressing something you say in the chat. There's a good reason. Okay? Okay. Okay, cool. And I will say this too, because this is also, again, this is not Derich. This is a lot of people. There's a few people who constantly always like demand to say goodbye to them before they'll leave. And they'll sit here in the chat, and I'll be in the middle of a very, tense game. I'll be playing Lies of P, or I'll be in the middle of a very, competitive game like Call of Duty or Street Fighter. And they'll just sit here and say, hey, I'm going. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I'm going. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I'm going. Hey, I'm going. Hey, I'm going. Okay, I missed you the first 40 times. You don't have to sit here and wait for me to say goodbye. Like, I will be here tomorrow. You can come back tomorrow and say, hi, I'm here. You don't have to wait for the goodbye to leave. And a lot of people do that too. And, it's frustrating. I don't want to say that these people are ill-intentioned. I don't think they are. But you got to understand that there's one of me. There's many, many of you on the stream. I can't personally be giving everyone a message every single moment, every day. You see what I'm saying? I don't mind it if I see it. If you're taking off and say goodnight, and I say, okay, goodnight. But to sit around and demand that attention, demand that interaction is annoying. I'm trying to get a stream going here. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Okay? I hope everyone understands what I'm saying, and understand I'm not upset. I'm not angry. It's just general things to talk about for the quality of life of the stream that should be addressed every once in a while. If you're trying to get me to see something, I don't see it the first 20 times, just let it go. Maybe try later, but there's no reason to go crazy in the chat right now. If you're leaving the stream and you want to say goodbye, that's fine, but if I don't see it or mention it, then please just leave, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right? I'm not going to... Please don't sit around and say, I really got to go, but Phil didn't say goodnight to me yet. I've been saying goodnight for 45 minutes. Leave. It's okay. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll miss you. But, it's not like I can personally attend to every person at every moment. I can't. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right, folks. Shall we continue now with Sonic? Okay. That was a good break, by the way. I needed it. All right. Alrighty, everyone. We're about to continue on. Stage 9 with Amy. Took a little bit of a break there to talk to my audience, and now we're back. So we just gotten the...
Typically helps me more than anything.